And please welcome Dr. B. Ramana Madam with flowers. Photo.
I have around 16 plus years of experience in information technology, as well as I worked for a couple of years in Mallareddy Institute of Technology as an associate professor. Okay, so today the agenda of this meeting is to discuss about the future trends in smart waste management. So I hope, previously some of the speaker has introduced you to what is the smart waste management, how it is going to work, how it will be different from the traditional waste management, and what are the advantages of using this smart waste technologies, and when it was invented, and what are different technologies you are using, what are different components that were used as part of the smart waste management, we have discussed already. Okay, so now what I will do is, in the interest of time, so now we'll discuss about what are the future trends in the smart waste management. Okay, so if you see, if you see artificial intelligence, it started around 60-70 years back, but the scientists were more obsessed and more overwhelmed with the artificial intelligence, where they want to mimic the human behavior so that the machines can work so they can do all the daily work of what the human beings does. So for the past 20 years it has gained a lot of tremendous effort. So if you see any of the sector, so in all those sectors the AI has gone, and it is doing, for many reasons, for good and bad reasons, it is doing very well. Okay, so when it comes to waste management, so obviously it was around 15 to 20 years back of industry, where slowly this is picking up in the West and European side. Okay, so that was the understanding. So if you see, so if you go for the large language models, what you are all discussing these days, so large language models coupled with this smart waste management thing, they are coupled management. Okay, so when it comes to this, so smart waste management, not only they are doing this, they are taking technology and data, giving a lot of tremendous results, which was not expected in this. Go to some route, I will go there, and I will get all those waste, right? There may be a chance where the kind of waste they are gathering is also technology into this waste management. Okay, so if you see here, so in the artificial intelligence, everything, so it works on the predictive analysis. So does anyone know what is predictive analysis is? Predictive analysis. Okay. So basically predictive analysis is nothing but they will take the historical data and they will take the current data. So they will compare, they will do some analytics out of it, and they will predict what is the future patterns, future trends. Okay, there will be some recommendation. That is where that is what called predictive analysis. Okay, so if you see, so if you see any data, so in the data there will be some unknown patterns will be there. So what AI will do is, AI will take all those patterns, and it is going to take all those patterns for the benefit of the this sector. Okay, if you see here, basically by using this AI data, you can able to forecast what will be the waste generation in the future, so that I can take the appropriate decision. Okay, so if I have the data, I can go and I can take the informed decisions. Okay, so that is where if let's say in one area there are only out of 50 smart bins, there are only 20 smart bins which are full, then I can take a decision that I'm going to go in that route only, and I'm going to pick only those 20 trash cans, so that I can able to save some of the fuel consumption there. And at the same time, this will have the labor cost, so labor personnel and all those people, all those cost savings also can be saved by using this AI and ML thing. Okay, so then again, as I told before, so this is all waste management. Previously it was like a static industry. There will be no innovation. So everything, there will be some people were there. They will come and they will do their job rudimentary, and there will be no efficiency in that. Okay, so what will happen is, by using this AI ML, so we are getting the data. So exactly we know at what point of time the smart bin has been filled, so that the information will be sent to a central system. So from the central system, we can able to take the decision. So I can tell that these people, I can able to draw a tracking location diagram where I can go, instead of going all those 10, 15 locations, right? I can go to it. I can take a short path where I can go and collect the trash from only the bins which are filled. Okay, this is like IoT. Basically, it will send all the data, right? So when the data is available with me, I can take any kind of decision what is beneficial for my operations perspective. Okay. So then, as I told, right, so by using this, there will be a lot of operational and reduced cost. That is an advantage for the industry. Okay, so if I take an example, right, so like in San Francisco, they are using this AI technology in order to collect the bins at an appropriate rate, so that the cost and everything will be managed. Okay, so this is I can AI and ML basically we can keep on discussing for this like many days, but I just want to cover only the basic aspects of it so that you can understand what exactly is happening there. Okay, intelligence. But when it comes to robotics, every robotics will have some cameras, right? So with that cameras, I can able to identify the objects by using the computer vision, the proper recycling for the benefit of all the society. Okay, so by using robotics, you have seen, right? So if you see any videos, right, robotics will be there. So first they will identify the objects. Let's say there is a plastic bottle or there is some plate. So it knows like it is a plastic bottle. So it is going to take that plastic bottle and it is going to throw it on to another container. So the kind of object computer vision is making sure that they can able to identify and they can able to sort that waste whatever is there, right, within that waste management, right? So it is going to take and is going to collect and is going to take into proper containers so that the recycling can be done properly. Okay, so this is one important of robotics. So if you see the automation, right? So from the beginning, right? So let's say like there is one smart bin. Okay, that filled or not. Okay, so if it is filled, only then an alert will be sent to the central system where saying that this bin has been filled. Okay, that is starting point, right? So from then going to there and collecting the trash and making that to warehouse or some place, and from that I can able to take that waste and I can able to segregate them and I can able to recycling them. All these things can be done. So this is like a big workflow where you can do the automation from the starting to the ending. So if you see any of the, I don't think like it is more popular in India, but if you go to North America and Europe, right? So there are so many countries which are following this process where you can able to automate the entire process so that the operational cost, everything can be managed, and basically they are getting a lot of money out of it. If you see in India, right? So there will be a lot of trash. There will be landfill. Nobody is using. Like as a society, we want to go for. Okay, so as I said, right, so the robotics basically it can do the sorting. So at the speed within microseconds, I can able to take out different objects. I can able to, depending upon the type of the object, I can able to segregate into different trash bins or different. Okay, that is one thing. Then like all of you know, right, so basically waste can consist of hazardous, maybe material. If you see medical syringes, something like that, right? So cannot go and touch. Maybe there is a possibility of people getting some diseases, right? So by using robotics, the robot will know like this is a hazardous material. So it is going to put in some other items so that it is going to reduce the human exposure to the hazardous materials. Okay, then as I said, recycling rates also will increase because I know at this point of time I need to go and collect that particular waste from the IoT. Okay, these IoTs basically will consist of smart sensor. They know what exactly that is there in that trash bin. They know how much it is filled, so that they can able to take the decision. So in this case, what is happening is as I told before, right? So they have these smart sensors because they have this smart sensor that is embedded into the waste, and they can able to go and collect the vehicles. Okay, as well as the location data. Let's say I know in this location I'm getting lot of waste of data, so that I can take appropriate measures so that the kind of waste I am getting can be lowered, or maybe I can go and I can influence the community so that they can start avoiding to put more trash into the bins. Okay, so as benefits, right? So benefits, like basically as I told before, whenever the bin came to one threshold, automatically I'm going to get the real-time notifications. Once I get the real-time notifications, and I can do appropriate thing, and if there is any illegal dumping also, and we can able to find out and we can take the decisions. Okay. Immutable transaction. So once the transaction is done, that will be there for audit purpose, that will be there for the log. So anyone can go and can look into that, and nobody is going to change that transactional data. Okay, so in order to have the secure and the transparency, right, that is where like they are also adapting the blockchain technology. Okay, so if you see here, right, so in the benefits, right, so in order to ensure the regulation, this is the best way of going forward. Once we have blockchain in place, there will be no illegal dumping will not be there, because everyone know, like, who the person or who the company has done the illegal dumping. Okay, so that can be detected, and there will be no frauds, and then basically they can build the trust. Okay, like in this case, stakeholders are nothing but the community. Okay, people. So we are going to have a trust on the people. Okay, so if you see, right, so there is another company called Plastic blockchain. So this is very important. So this covers the security, this covers the traceability. You can have the audit laws, and this can be used as a regulatory purpose. Okay, so by this technology, you can able to solve many of the problems. Yeah. So another thing like circular economy, right? So what will happen? These are like philosophy of most of you understood in your previous sessions, like what is the smart waste management, what is the community behavior within that smart waste management, right? So that is where it is coming from. This philosophy is coming from. So if you take the circular economy integration, right? So what will happen is basically let's say I have some waste material with me. Okay, so what I will do as a responsible citizen, I will go and I will dump that, so that giving those 10 bottles, maybe I can get some 10 rupees, 50 rupees, whatever it is, right? So there is also there is a possibility of monetizing from the waste basically. Okay, so basically, so in the last point, right, so in this case waste is treated as a resource rather than a burden. Okay, so because people nowadays, you see, right, so they can go and throw everywhere, right? So once you bring this, so obviously product, right, so I will take into consideration, so that I have some conscious saying that once I manufacture this product, so this can be recyclable in the future. Okay, that kind of sustainability also coming, like for the past 10-15 years, there are companies also considering this sustainability as part of the green project. Okay, and at the same time, this is going to have the long-term environmental and economical benefit for both society as well as the individual level. And if you see the use case, right, so in Sweden, basically they are giving this circular economy, so that both government as well as the general population can benefit from this economy. Can you go to next slide? Oh, yeah. No. Back. Okay, so another thing is this is again like a philosophy, basically circular. No. Next slide. Okay, so decentralized waste processing, right? So in this case, what is happening is, so instead of solely depending upon one thing, right, there will be one centralized place where we are going to do all this process, so that the waste can be taken care. Okay, so this can be part of the composting unit. So if you see, right, composting unit, from the waste also, food waste also, you can able to go and build some composting units, right? And the same thing can be used in the bioplants also. If I have some waste, I can go and dump there. They will take it. From that, they can able to get the biogas from that waste. Okay, so if you go to the benefits, basically it is going to reduce the transport. Yeah, that is e-waste, right? So if you consider the regards, right, so India is the number 3 that is giving the most, like it is around 50 billions every year they are giving the e-waste. Okay, so that there is a way of converting that e-waste into recycling way, so that you can at least you can able to get 90-80% recycling. The 20% cannot be done anyhow. Yeah. Okay, so if you adapt this process, right, so basically what is going to happen is you are going to reduce the transportation emissions and costs. Okay, so then it is going to once I have some benefits, right, so they obviously the society, the communities are going to benefit from this processing. Okay, Then if you take the example, right, so in Pune, basically they have used this decentralized biogas, okay, in order to convert the organic waste, whatever the food material I'm talking about, right, so from that they can able to get the biogas. So that biogas can be used for other purpose as well. Okay. Okay, so there is another trend called waste to energy innovation. So basically, like by using the technologies, by using all the data, based upon the data analytics and data decisions. Apart from that, we are going to. This is also in prominent. This is waste to energy innovation, where we are going to use this technology to convert the non-recyclable waste into the usable energy. Okay, there is a way, like if you take 100% of the material, maybe there is a possibility of converting it to 70 to 80%, but apart from that, whatever the remaining unrecyclable, non-recyclable waste, right, from that also you can able to get some benefit out of it. Okay, so once we do this, right, so the landfill volume will completely drastically reduce. If you see Delhi, right, I don't know how many people know, but in Delhi, if you go Gurgaon, something, there will be a landfill of around 50 to 60 acres of landfill is there. Because of that, the surrounding people are getting into very health risk, like cancer and all those things they are getting. So once we adapt this kind of processes, right, so definitely we can able to reduce the landfill volume. Okay, then again, obviously, right, so as I told before, it is going to generate the gas as well as there is a possibility of generating the electricity as well. Okay, then we can have the energy diversification as well as the sustainability. Okay, as an example, in Denmark, so this company is doing basically this company is converting the waste into energy. Okay, this is an example where they are using the waste to energy innovation. Okay, this philosophy they are using, and they were able to convert the waste material into some kind of energy. Okay, another one is like climate responsive waste system. So basically, if you see, right, so once we have the increased organic waste, so during maybe there are floods, right, so what will happen during the floods, there will be a possibility of going those waste into the surroundings and all those things, right. So if you follow this process, basically we are going to like in the urban areas, basically we are going to have some resilience. Maybe sometime it's going to up, sometimes it's going to down, but maybe you can have some threshold we can maintain, so that the waste whatever that is there in the urban areas, right, we can able to manage that waste. Okay, again with respect to gases, right, methane, all of you know, it is a very hazardous gas, right. So we can able to reduce the methane emission from the waste. Basically, this is the byproduct of the if you have that food material there for 3 to 4 days, right, obviously the methane gas will come out of that food wastage, right. So by using this technology, you can able to reduce the methane emission from the food wastage. And also by adapting this, you can able to have the climate adaptation. Okay, so as you are seeing, right, the temperatures are rising. Okay, all those things you can able to maybe come down by maybe some percentage of degree, maybe 0.5, something like that, if you all follow. Okay, so then next slide. Okay, then advanced material recovery technologies. Okay, so basically here so once we are using AI enhanced thing, right, so using the computer vision, you can able to distinguish a material, whether that is a plastic, that is a plate, or that is some material. Okay, like that you can able to distinguish, and you can able to able to take the appropriate actions for the recycling process. Okay, so from this, okay, because the computer vision, you can able to identify the objects, right. So from this, you can able to recover the valuable materials from previously unrecyclable waste. Okay, then it is going to reduce the hazardous environment. Then it is going to have a circular manufacturing. Okay, these are like some of the benefits. And then, as an example, right, so basically chemical recycling planting can follow this in order to save some of the material from the waste. Okay, can you go to next slide? Okay, so maybe you can use the technology, you can use the data, you can use the different philosophy, but at the end of the day, like all the citizens, like who are the part of the community, they are from, like the origination of all this waste is from the community, right? So that is where like people have to be engaged, so they need to be told like what is the importance of having this recycling the waste, so that people can adapt and can able to save lot of landfill. There will be, you can able to have less health hazard. Crowdsourcing can pull lot of money, so with that also we can able to eliminate most of the waste. Okay, this also gives the like transparency, accountability. Like once I am accountable at my level, right? So the waste cannot go into the environment. Okay, so once we have this ownership, basically I'm not going to I'm going to take accountability. I'm not going to litter the. Yeah, so if you take machine learning, right, so there are a lot of regression algorithms are there. So if you take the LLMs, right, so LLMs are basically, they are trained on maybe 50 to 400 billion parameters, right. So even with that, we can able to understand, like, obviously there will be, behind the scene, there will be some algorithms, right. So with that algorithm, we can able to distinguish the material, all those things, but mostly, like, regression kind of algorithms you can use in order to identify the objects. Like, as I told, like, I was in a short notice period, like, 8 hours, so I did not get into the details, but definitely there are some algorithms which are used in order to come up with this kind of technology, but exact algorithm, I don't know. I think regression is something I'm thinking that was used here. Okay. Okay, again, policies, right? So basically, government is going to enforce all these policies and regulations. Okay, so at the, maybe if you take Hyderabad, can be done at the GHMC level, so they can bring up the policies and regulations so that people will follow there, and there will be zero waste mandate can be done. Okay. So basically, it says that, like, the policy will shift to the responsibility of the producer. Like, I am the producer, so like, once I have the policies in place, then I am going to be accountable for this waste. Okay, then we can able to improve the compliance for the enforcement. Okay, if you see EU, right, so EU is very hard in with respect to regulations, so that is where, like, this is mostly adapted. Okay, can you go to next slide? Yeah, that's all I have, team.